I really don't like having fighters on the show before they fight. I like having fighters on after the fight. I think before the fight, it's always a lot of talk. It's always a lot of, I'm guaranteeing you, it's a whole lot of positive speaking. And it's like, okay, that's one thing, but what are we going to see on fight night, you know? But you, my guy, this is a big fight. I wanted to get you on the show, and I wanted you to kind of, for the sake of words, say your piece and, of course, promote the fight. But I got to ask you this. When you talk about committing yourself to the sport, recommitting yourself to the sport, a lot of people got a lot of questions about you. Talk to us about how you recommitted yourself and how we can expect one time to be 100% on fight night against Tim Tszyu.
Well, before I just answer that directly, I'm gonna ask you a question. Where do questions come from?
Yeah, I mean those questions come because we haven't seen you in the ring.
Why? You got kids, Shawn. You got kids, Shawn. Where do questions come from? They come from two places. One, curiosity.
Yeah.
And two, lack of knowledge and understanding.
Ignorance, yes, sir.
Okay. So when people question Keith Thurman, it's only because they don't know Keith Thurman. When people question where's Keith Thurman at, it's only because they didn't see how many contracts I signed last year and didn't get a fight. They didn't see how many times I was in the gym all last year. They think I just now got back in the gym this year.
Damn.
That's where everyone's questioning. They think I've been a couch potato and now I'm coming back. I weighed 165 at the Crawford-Spence fight. I was already doing strength and conditioning. I ended up allowing myself to go back up to 170. All last year I was yo-yoing. I think the lowest I ever got was 163 last year. 163, 172, 170, 168, 165, 170. I was yo-yoing all year, man. So that's something that people don't understand, is that the inactivity, in quotations, is not as inactive as people perceive. The reason why you're saying inactivity is because you haven't seen me on TV. You haven't seen me in the bright lights. You haven't seen me in action. And I accept that. And I forgive you for the ignorance that you bring, saying that does Thurman have it? You know, I might not have done certain things to look like a devastating, scary welterweight, but I don't think I've really ever one day on national television put on a bad performance.
Absolutely not.
Hey, Keith, you said there was some contract fights that was ready to go, set up. Can you name a couple of those guys or no?
I signed the fight against Spence.
Okay.
I was in training camp in December. The WBC mandated it in like November.
Okay.
Okay. But once he got into another little accident, everything had to get pushed back. I know I signed my contract. He must have never had the time to sign his, because when he got healthy enough, he went right over to Crawford with a mandate in position. So, you know, you wait for politics to work in your favor, and then somehow they still wiggle out, you know. Sign that.
All right. What's the goal now?
I came to an agreement to fight Ugas. They said we should be able to get you Ugas. I said, I got no problem fighting Ugas. Was ready on my end. Didn't manifest, you know. I had the option to fight Stanley Onis.
Okay.
That looked like it was going to be what I was going to be getting prepared for. Then I got a phone call about Tim Tszyu, and they said, you do not have to take this fight, Keith. We're just presenting you a new fight, a new challenge, because we know we can make this happen. Now I've heard them say, you know, we should be able to make this happen, but they said, we know we can make this happen. They had it sounded, even on the phone, it sounded like they had more confidence, because they said, please get back with us quickly, because if you say yes, we will make this a go. And 2 days later, I picked up the phone. I called the team up. I said, hey, this actually sounds fun. I don't mind moving up in weight. I don't mind this challenge. I like his name, his family name. It just Thurman versus Zeus sounded like a headliner. Sounded like one for the history books, a part of my resume, my legendary resume, over Stanley, who's a respectable champion, but it's still only sitting at, 14, 15 and 0. So no disrespect to Stanley, but my team and I, this just brought a little bit more excitement. It brought all the doubters out. Now they're doubting my potential. They believe that people think I'm going to get stopped. And, that just lights the fire even more, Shawn, in preparation so that I can put on a performance. And like Roy Jones told him, y'all must have forgot. I've been bad. I still am. And I will be to the day I decide to retire.
All right, is this the first time you heard people talk about you being stopped?
Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I've never been stopped in my whole professional career, I mean, being dropped is one thing. Being hurt with a body shot is another thing. Okay, Keith Thurman's been hurt to the body. Did Keith Thurman even go down? I never even went down from a body shot. So what they lack to understand is that to fight when you're hurt is a strength, not a weakness. If there's anything that you can guarantee about Keith Thurman when he's in that ring, even if he's hurt, I'm a survivor.
Yep.
My mind will go into the fight or flight. And for me, it will go into survival mode. And I'll start using every survival tactic I know to get to the end of the round, sit down, drink the water, and get ready for the next one.
Hey, Keith, there was one fight you took the mouthpiece out. I said, boy, that motherfucker was tough. I said, his body quit, but his heart would not let it. He was not going down. I don't know what fight that was.
I think it was what's his name? The young kid, Barrios.
I was like,
was it Barrios?
It was Pacquiao and
Barrios. It was Pac.
Okay.
It was Pacquiao and Barrios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pacquiao already got a knockdown. I couldn't give him another one. And then Barrios, he threw a punch from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. What? I don't even. He ain't land nothing like that the whole fight. He just won. He just chose to yak it at the right time out of nowhere. I was reading everything, his body language. I was reading everything. That one little punch, yak him, and I just said, "Gotta breathe."
You almost spit up your Cheerios, huh?
Hey, but this is different, right? If I really want to breathe, right? If I really want to stop the clock, Shawn, come on, you already know. You don't take the mouthpiece out your mouth. You spit the mouthpiece on the
canvas
floor.
Yeah.
They don't know how different this man is. They just can't understand it. They don't understand it. And I forgive them. Because they're not about this life. Like I've been saying to the fans, you watch this. I live this.